3, 2, 1.
Welcome. This is the Yard. I'm Rah. This is Breezy. Here to do what we do, make it look easy. You know what I mean? Real quick, man. It's been couple weeks at least since we talked to y'all. Some things have happened. You know, Aaron Rodgers being signed. Couple other things, you know, we'll touch on those, you know, in other shows. This one strictly is about the AFC. We're going to touch on their schedule. We're going to touch on things that parts of the schedule that we think will be important or interesting and very dire or daunting to their season. But right off, Brock, man, how was your Father's Day, man?
Good, man. It was really good.
Good.
I was lazy, so that was a good thing.
Hey, anytime we can do that, man, it's a blessing. That's a gift in itself, man. The kids and the wife went out and got me a black stove, and got me a drill and stuff that I could use to help them. You know what I mean? Cook for them, fix things for them. True to Father's Day. You know what I mean? True to Father's Day. But overall, it was good, man. I hope all the fathers out there enjoyed your Father's Days, man. But let's get into why y'all here, man. Let's get into some football. These schedules, man, we got some tough ones. We got some teams that's gonna be able to come out and show us what they about off the break. We got some teams that gonna fall into hard times.
Yeah.
Okay. But we'll get all into that. I'm gonna start right off with the AFC North, y'all. Right off the bat, we'll start with the Ravens. 12-5 last year.
Okay.
My personal opinion is that week 1 tilt against Buffalo. That's a Sunday night football game. Week 1. That's gonna be fun.
In Buffalo.
Yeah,
Right.
that's gonna be in Buffalo. Rematch, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's going to be a hard one, man. I was very interested with you on that one because I'm sure we probably split because I know my love for Josh Allen.
Right.
We both have the same respect for the Ravens. We do. But in Buffalo, season opener, Sunday night football tilt. I took Buffalo. I took Buffalo in that game. And, some other games just to mention, you got the Browns in week 2. The reason I mentioned that game because, they split last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of big considering, Buffalo solidifying themselves as year in and year out contenders. I mean, they did nothing but deplete their offense last year and then go to AFC Championship. So, and then a few other games I wanted to keep an eye on is that Lions and Chiefs game. And then there's a week 12 to week 17 stretch there, okay? Where you get the Bengals twice, the Steelers twice, and then the Packers and the Patriots might be is in between that somewhere. So you got a lot of rival division games with some sneakers at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I ended up at 15-2.
Well, we were pretty close. I went 14-3. I guess it's safe to say the difference probably that Buffalo game because I'm telling you, my biggest thing. I know we're not talking about Buffalo right this moment, but it's the James Cook situation.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing for me. If they do not bring him back, I think it's a couple wins you lose. That you're losing off the board if you're Buffalo. I think so. I mean, it's just that, like we touched on last year with Josh Allen, not to do too much, and he did a great job of that. Mm-hmm. And James Cook, we saw something in him that allowed Allen to not have to do that much. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you lose Cook, is Allen going to go back to having to do too much?
Right.
I worry about that. I don't know why they haven't paid the man. I don't understand it.
I don't know either. You made a point last year during the podcast about the Pacheco and the Chiefs situation and how they wouldn't have even won that last Super Bowl if it wasn't for Pacheco. I think it's safe to say that they're not in the AFC Championship if it wasn't for James Cook. So,
and honestly, I think Cook means more to that team than Pacheco does to the Chiefs. So that was, like I say, I know we're rambling on to Buffalo and shouldn't be. But yeah, I had Ravens at 14-3.
Okay.
And like I said, I think that's the one difference. Like we said last year, I mean, and somehow the Ravens have only gotten better.
Yeah, I know.
In comparison to last year. So.
Do you think? We'll get on them because they're in this division. We'll get down to them. We'll get we'll get to them. All right, Bengals, man. I put the Bengals at 9-8. The Bengals last year was 9-8. I got them at 9-8. I emphasized spotlight on that Week 3 Denver Monday Night Football. You got this young team that's up and coming, and that defense is going to look head on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if Huff, Pat, Surtain, them boys, they coming out, and that defense is going to have a different feel. Okay, so Joe, I think that's going to be the quote of the podcast. So Joe, like at this point, seriously, because we already know what your defense is going to give you.
Yeah,
you already know what your defense is going to give you. So, are you able to put up another year that you put up last year? You're going to have a shot.
I mean, I guess there's no reason why he shouldn't.
I mean, you kept all your pieces.
Because they made sure to keep the offense shored up.
Yeah, you're right.
But you did absolutely nothing to help him on the other side of the ball.
None at all. Wanting to pay the man.
But I do have him going 10-7.
Okay.
I do have him going 10-7.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that would be a slight improvement from last year, but
yeah.
That's just the offense wins you actually the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to come from the defense. I'm sorry.
There's a stretch there, week 12 through 15, where it goes Ravens, Bills, Ravens. We'll find out a lot.
Yeah. I think I have them 0-3 in that stretch. To be honest with you.
I know that's a lot later in the season. We should know everything we need to know by then. But that's gonna have. I mean, I'm not Sherlock Holmes here, but that's gonna have a lot of implications on what their postseason is gonna look like if there is one.
Yeah, I mean, as far. Because there's a lot of question marks with a lot of different teams going into this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think the two that we have now touched on with the Ravens and Cincinnati, I think that's two teams that really don't have question marks.
Right. No,
I mean, you could say there's a question mark on Cincinnati's defense, but I don't.
But it's no question. They're horrible.
Right. Now the next two of that division, yes, they're loaded with question marks.
Right. And I'll go ahead and piggyback off of that one and just go straight into the Browns. Then last year 3-14. This year they're one game worse, 2-15 to me. Pretty much division games, man. They're gonna have to win those and then some. But it's just the way that they placed them. I put it down just because of what they. So we got these are the division game weeks. Okay, week 1, 2. Okay. 6, 10, 16, and 17. The way they did is like they're giving you enough chances for these division teams to. I mean, good luck with the Ravens. Good luck with the Ravens.
Yeah.
But they're giving you a chance for these other teams to catch some losses outside their division in the midst of you trying to gain some. I didn't really go too deep into their schedules because. I mean, let's be honest. 2-15.
Well, it's a little odd to start off with back-to-back division games.
It is. It's one of those things. That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about a team that, up to this point, don't know who their quarterback's going to be.
I know.
And right off the break, the first 2 weeks, you got division.
It'll be Flacco. I'm pretty sure it'll be Flacco. It's just remember we read the incentives and stuff like that. They're like he won't finish the season.
Mm-hmm.
He won't finish. They'll give him enough run just to give everybody else a caught up, once they think one of them younger quarterbacks is ready to go. But they're not going to give him a chance to reach them.
Well, I have the Browns at 4-13.
Okay. You gave them one up.
Well, I have them stealing one against Baltimore, actually. Just because, excuse me, there's something about going to the dog pound that the Ravens struggle with.
Didn't they steal one last year, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it damn near every season.
Mm.
Whether it's a kick at the end or it's something. It's how it happens. So I was hesitant this year, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna ride the trend.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ride the trend. I mean, maybe by the and it's definitely the one in Cleveland. Obviously, the dog pound, which I believe is the later.
Okay.
Is one of the later matchups.
Okay.
So by that point, they should definitely have their quarterback situation solidified and everything like that. So we'll see. But yeah, I went 4-13. So I guess what were they last year? 2 and something.
Last year was 3-14.
Okay, so a 1 game.
Yeah, you got
possibly
a
a 1 game up.
Flacco gives them a game.
Yeah, maybe with his
We'll see
heroics.
We'll see what mustache awards are this year. Yeah. All right, straight down to Super Bowl contender Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh God. Ooh, how about change this prediction then?
10-7 last year. I got them going 5-12 this year.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
So the week 12 through 17. Daunting. Okay? Alright? Luckily, in the midst of that, you got a winter Dolphins team. That's the only real breather
The Dolphins might get a win.
This is what I'm saying. This is the only breather you may get. So we're talking, from week 12 to 17, we're talking Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, Ravens.
Possibly 2 wins. Possibly. Which would be the Browns and the Dolphins.
Out of those 5 weeks, bud, like, honestly, Breezy, I got them to maybe the Browns.
Well, where's the Browns game at?
I don't know. I'm guessing that if it's that late in the season, I don't know. I didn't write that down.
I think it's in Cleveland. I think if that be the case.
If that's the later one, I think that later one is in Cleveland.
Yeah, I think
I believe so too. So yeah, that's a doozy. That's a doozy. So yeah, I put them at 5-12, man.
Yeah, like I said, I did the same. I don't know where this talk is coming from as being Super Bowl contenders. I don't get it. Like I said, you got A-Rod that's coming from the Jets, which I did the comparison. In my opinion, I did the comparison yesterday when we were just talking in the back.
Right.
It's like, to me, the Jets have, when they play to their potential, they have a better defense than the Steelers do.
Right.
Better running backs than the Steelers do. Better overall receiving core than the Steelers do. The only thing I was uncertain on was their trench game.
Gotcha.
Offense, defensive line. Especially offensive line.
Right.
And all of a sudden, 80-year-old A-Rod is supposed to come over and automatically take you to the chip.
Yeah. What we counted? 4 wins? It was the least add-on 4 wins. They won 10 last year?
Yeah.
They won 10 last year.
I think it's add at least 4 wins to get to.
Yeah, because they was in a wild card last year, so they have to win that game, win the divisional, win the AFC Championship, and then win the Super Bowl.
Which this year, I don't think 10 wins even gets you in the AFC.
Oh no, it barely. You remember, because Cincinnati was 9-8. Remember that they was in it till the end. So
yeah.
10 wins barely got you in last year. So I agree. I don't think 10 wins gets you in this year either. I
don't see it. I don't see it. Hence the 5-12 record. I mean, we don't have them close.
No. Yeah. So
I think it's like you said. You said it yesterday. You think that Tomlin's really being shunned out the door.
Yeah, I think with the way they're setting that up.
Yeah.
The way they're, because nobody in their right mind is. So I want to talk to some Steelers fans about that. Like, realistically, if there's some Steelers fans out there, please comment on this. Let us know what you think. Like, realistically, man, we're not bad talking your team. We really want to know, just because I don't know how you feel about A-Rod. We don't know how you feel about the addition of DK. You know, we don't know. Let us know, because the way that it sounds like to me that, you know, they're Super Bowl contenders and they should be doing this, they should be doing that. When we see, obviously, it don't look that way, that it looks like that Tomlin will be done after the season, and if they don't, and when they don't make the Super Bowl, he will be looked at as the reason why they didn't make it.
Right.
So,
right.
Well, that's AFC North, though. We got the Ravens winning that division, obviously, by a landslide. So, we're going to move right on to the AFC South. Start off with Houston. Last year, 10-7. Division games are going to be huge for them. Huge. But to highlight a part of their schedule, week 4 through 7, you go Ravens, Seahawks, 49ers, Broncos.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I don't think, like we touched on last year, they got a lot of help from division games and being in the division just in general. They got their cushion by the time that they started playing real games. Well, I ain't gonna say real games. Started playing tougher teams. They had a nice cushion where they could fall on their face, which they did several times. and CJ Stroud, wide-eyed fashion, straight on their face, bang. We talked about their defense and the fall off on the last podcast, so I'm not gonna touch on it again. But at the end of the day, that stretch there is going to make or break these boys, and I love the fact that it's early in the year, right at the end of the first quarter of the season, to start your second quarter of the season off with Ravens, Seahawks, 49ers, Broncos.
So where'd you have them at record-wise?
I got them at 6-11.
I got the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 6-11. I don't expect big things from this division.
Okay.
But I definitely see improvement in the division from last year to this season.
Right.
It might not translate into a drastic improvement win-wise. I'm just saying, like last year, Houston could play anybody in that division and had a there was really no thought behind. It was like, yeah, Stroud struggling, but Mixon gonna run all over him, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
This year, you know, with Jacksonville, mainly Travis Hunter, there's a lot on that young boy already. Then you have the Cam Ward questions in Tennessee. I mean, if he ends up being who people believe him to be, either way, I think Tennessee improves. Either way, I think Jacksonville improves.
Right.
The Colts, who knows? I mean, DJ could make them improve. I just don't think it's as much of a foregone conclusion that Houston's going to just blitz through the division and that's 6 wins right there. I don't see that happening this year.
Right.
And then the gauntlet that you just read through, I don't. Being honest, I don't see a win out of that.
No, I don't at all.
I
don't at all. And not only do I not see a win, I see your confidence being snatched. Like I should have probably wrote down just so I can remember what their week 1 through 3 is. Okay, because you better be 3-0. Because if you if you come through this gauntlet with a losing record, good God Almighty.
And I don't think they start off that easy.
All I'm saying is
I don't think they start off that easy.
If they come out of that week 1 through 3, 1-2, 0-3. Shit, 2-1.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up 2-5.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up 2-5, real quick.
Yeah.
So, next team. Look, Julius spent a lot of time with Colts. Last year 8-9, which I don't know how the hell. I saw that and I was like, wow, that coach deserves.
Well, that was wasn't that Joe?
Yeah.
That was pretty much
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. So, if the Colts can win 2 games, I'll be happy. I think that'd be a good year for them.
That's where I have them. 2-15.
I got them at 1-16. What? And that was hard. I think I gave them one home split game, I guess, against the Titans. Just because I was like, I can't get these boys on 17. I like seriously like for the love of every
Yeah,
how hard it is to play football.
I hear you.
I'm not gonna do that to them.
I hear you.
Like I'm not just a fan. Like I know it's hard, nigga. I told you I tried out. I did it for high school. I did it for a month. I know you played, nigga. It's hard. It's hard, nigga. Like I respect the game. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that to the boys. So I gave them 1. All right, and if they get 2, house money. I don't know. Even if you start DJ or Trent, you're gonna get the same results. It's gonna look different. Trent is just gonna look like he don't give a damn what the coach is calling. DJ is just gonna look like he don't give a damn if you win or lose. And then he'll give you that 1.
Yeah, which is the one.
That's that 1. That's a home game against the Titans. They'll give you that one, right? So yeah, 1-16. You got the same. We don't spend too much time on it.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. We love y'all. You're part of football, so we love you.
Look, and I mean, like we said from the jump. I mean, these are raw predictions.
Exactly.
I mean, who knows? I mean, DJ could have a resurgence.
Probably not.
He's in perhaps to me, he's in a much weaker division
He
than
is,
where he's
okay.
coming from.
If you're gonna, yeah, I hear you.
So,
yeah.
I mean, who really knows? I
Yeah,
mean, you never
yeah.
know. It could come out and light the world on fire for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then, we got something to talk about.
Yeah.
But right now, I just don't see it. I don't see how you go from Anthony Richardson as your quarterback
Yeah.
and then get somebody like DJ. It's just like, I backtrack just for a second, is if you're the Steelers, I only get A-Rod as a last resort. Like, I had no other options going into the offseason.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Come on now, you had Justin Fields and Russ
Yeah.
last season,
And we talked about it.
and now you down to A-Rod.
We talked about it. I'll take Tyrod.
But
I take Tyrod.
he's just getting blackballed. He's getting the Colin Kaepernick.
That's what I'm saying. Apparently he nailed at some point in time, but we don't know
He
nothing
did
about it.
something. But anyway, moving on. But
Yeah. But next team, Jacksonville, Cardiac Jags. 4-13 last year, 4-12 this year. I tell you what, week 1 is going to be a test for both parties. Okay, you
Yeah,
talking?
Carolina, right?
That's Panthers. That's it'll be in Jacksonville versus Panthers. Versus the Panthers. I think that week 1 game is going to be a big measuring stick for both squads.
mm-hmm.
I like it. I will be on the edge of my seat that game, and it's stupid. I wouldn't have told you that any other year between the Panthers and Jaguar games. I ain't gonna lie to you, but that game interests me. Like as I was doing the Jaguar schedule and as I was looking at it, I'm like, I just fixated on it. Like, wow, Travis Hunter, technically, you know, they got their number 1. They drafted the number 1 wide receiver. I believe so, right? That's what you call it, right?
Who?
What's
Oh, McMillan.
yes.
Yeah, he went to Carolina.
So
yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
mean. And if Travis Hunter, it should be who Travis Hunter is. That's what you're being. That's what you were drafted for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, number 1 lockdown. And then you got Blondie coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's final year. Prove it, Bill. Prove it, man. I'm not saying that's how Jacksonville's looking at it, but come on, how can you not be at this point?
Yeah.
You're either injured or down, injured or underperforming. Okay. You look at the other side of the ball. McMillan, yeah. This is your coming out party. 1-on-1, Travis Hunter. Let's see if you're worth that draft pick. All right, Bryce. Jacksonville defense ain't nothing to run home about. Carve their ass up. let's see that you capitalized and improved off what we saw last year. That wasn't fluke. Something actually really clicked. Show us. You know what I mean? Like this week one game, it has a lot riding on it for both squads that I'm going to give it a lot of attention. Other than that, week 4 through 7, 49ers, Chiefs, Seahawks, Rams.
Well, look, I'm not going to lie. We have vast differences about this team.
Okay.
I have them at 10-7 and taking the division handily.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't. It's one of those unexplainable things. I've been riding with Jags.
I know.
You know,
I know.
since,
Sympathizer.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm expecting a lot from Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But I don't know. I mean, it benefits the fact that they're in the division that they're in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For
So,
damn sure. For damn
I mean, honestly, with this division, I don't know how you have Tennessee panning out, but you get 7-8 wins, you have a good shot at taking the division.
As I pretty much told you as Houston, I mean, we ain't touched on Tennessee, but just a spoiler alert, I had Houston winning the division, so that tells you right there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, definitely. That being said, going back to the Blondie, this is a make or break. So if you can't get get me like 7 wins,
because you should have 6 at least. I mean, not to defecate on the rest of these just the teams in this division, but you should have 6 wins. I tell you what, you better get those 6 because your outside division games are. Whew.
Well, and it's funny because I think in that gauntlet you just read off, I think Kansas City was one of the teams.
Yeah.
And I have Jacksonville winning that game because it's in Duval. It's prime time.
You told me that yesterday. Yesterday. Oh no, last time we went through the schedule, you did point that out then. You did.
I shows my belief in the Chiefs this year. But
hey, I tell you what, they could use it. They could fucking use it because, dude, they about to face the whole NFC West. Yeah. Except the Cardinals. The one team you want to play in the NFC West, they don't play. So, yeah, they're going to need it. Last team in the AFC South, man, Titans. I got them at 3-14. Last year, they were 3-14. Cam Ward watch. That's it for me. It's that simple. Cam Ward watch. Get the man some reps. Every rep and every win is house money. You know what I mean? If he comes out and rattles off 7-8 wins and takes that division, wow.
I mean, even if he doesn't take the division, just 7 or 8 wins.
That's what I'm saying. If he comes out, let's be honest. They won 3 games last year. Win 4 games. Mm-hmm. And you're better.
Yeah.
As a rookie quarterback thrown into that situation, and that defense that I believe, if you come out there and show some heart, they'll rock with you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
That was a formidable defense.
That's what I'm saying.
They just got put in terrible situations
over and over. Yeah. So if you give them a serviceable offensive, a quarterback, then maybe they wake up and who knows, maybe you can win 5 games, 6 games.
I mean, I had them at 5-12. Mm-hmm. I had them at 5-12. But once again, we were talking about that division.
Yeah.
I mean, if he plays to what people believe is his potential, you could get 5 just division wins.
No, you can because
4 or 5. Yeah, I mean,
you take 2 from the Colts, take 2 from Houston. If you can take 1 from Jacksonville,
a split from Jacksonville. Yeah, you're talking 5 wins right there.
You ain't lying.
So it's like I said. I'll reiterate again. These are just raw predictions, and Cam Ward to me is a question mark. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's another one. He can come out week 1 and set the world ablaze.
You can Bo Nix it,
right?
No, seriously.
You just don't know.
You don't.
But right now, I'm sitting at 5-12.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on to the AFC. I think we're going to AFC West. If I can get my page turned here, guys. Sorry about
I believe that's what it was.
Yep.
Yep.
In the AFC West. Off the break, we're going to go on with Denver. Big old Bo.
Mm-hmm.
10-7 last year. His rookie year. I need to put that as a side note, okay? Week 11 at Washington. Sunday night football tilt, buddy.
Yeah, I have the Commanders winning that.
That's a big one. That's a big one. I do too.
It is. That's a big one.
I do too. I did have the Commanders winning that also. But also, and then you go 6 weeks later, you got LA. I still call them San Diego. I got some cheeses. I'm on LA. We still got LA coming in week 17. They're coming into Denver, and we both know that would have huge implications.
That's week 17.
That's week 17.
That could potentially be for the division.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll get into that as you see. We'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just huge. Those two games, huge games. I got them at 15-2.
Woo!
What games I got them losing? Week 11 at Washington, and week 17 against the Chargers.
I had them 13-4.
Okay.
I had those two as losses, and then I can't remember right off the top of my head, but two other just kind of what they call letdown games.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like coming off a big win, it might be having to travel.
Yeah.
Long ways, something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could see 15-2.
Mm-hmm.
That shows how much belief that we have in Bo.
I do.
I mean, I believed all last year. It was him and Jaden for me all last season.
I believed in Bo last year, but that's not what did this. It's that defense. This is their off-season general.
With a second year Bo mixed in with that. I mean, the defense was already not bad.
Exactly.
Now they had a potential to be great.
You made me take notice of that defense last year, and then I did, and realized, oh shit. And then you add 2 Pro Bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him. I gotta get 15-2, dude. Now this team, Kansas City Chiefs. I think that we might have some splits and we may have some talks about it because we both agree one thing, that they are definitely coming off that throne. Last year the Chiefs were 15-2 now. What did they say? 11 1
That was
point?
on paper.
What was it? 11 1-point games? I think they said it was.
11 or it was either 11 or 12 one possession games.
One possession games. That's what it was. They was like 11-1 in one possession games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that glass slipper has turned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
The Super Bowl was the start of it.
Exactly.
That was the start of it. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Philly.
No.
I'm just saying you saw all the flaws. They just finally came to a head.
Yeah, it hit the fan. Exactly, it hit the fan. Their division games, week 14 to week 17, are huge. You got straight, and then we're talking back to back. See, you got one break actually between. You got week 14 Chargers, week 16 Broncos, week 17 Raiders. Okay, you got that little break in between, but you see how they end their season. Okay, every one of these teams are licking the chops, looking to play Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
They've been on top for so long. They've been the cream of the crop of the AFC West for so long, and have not been quiet about it.
And you could argue, I mean, damn near the cream of the crop of the AFC in general.
Yeah, I know. Shit, can we say the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would have no problem with that.
Yeah, Patty has been the face of the NFL for the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be for real. So they have been targeted for a while now, and now you have this division who has caught up and surpassed you. I mean, Denver surpassed you. Chargers surpassed you. The Raiders are looking up at you like, if they had, why can't we?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. So week 14 to 17 is going to make or break your season. I think that you won't make the playoffs. I think that you'll be etched out. You'll be happy. You and the Raiders be battling for third in that division.
Yeah.
And you might lose that battle, but we'll see.
Yeah, I had the Chiefs 8-9 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we pretty much, I mean, we don't need to keep going. It's everything you just talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe the same exact thing.
Yeah. So the Raiders comes up next. 4-13 last year. I gave them. I improved them, and it's really the Chiefs falling off. I think that I swept them. I had the Raiders sweeping the Chiefs. I did.
Oh, okay.
I think it's one of those personnel problems. I think Genty and Pete Carroll are looking to make their money off of beating the Chiefs. Off of this is why you brought me here. That's what I'm saying. The Chiefs have a problem.
Yeah.
They have a problem because unfortunately you are that team that coaches can use as, look, I beat the Chiefs on my resume. I mean, I can see after this year, maybe not, but this year, yeah, they're still the Chiefs. So, yeah, I feel like Pete Carroll's going to put his best product on the field both of those games and beat them both times. But really, just a tough division. I just don't think they're quite ready to really compete for a playoff spot yet. So I won't give them that yet, okay? Because I think they get swept by all the rest. They swept by Denver. They get swept by the Chargers. So, and I think the outside division games aren't pretty either.
Well, I'm curious as to the Pete and Geno connection. Again, 2.0, if you will.
Yeah.
I like Geno. I've always liked Geno. Talent's there. Decision making might be a little erratic at times. I think at least last season, if not the year before as well, I think the play calling in Seattle, I didn't necessarily agree with. I think they put a lot on him.
Oh, yeah.
And to some people, not knowing that, it made Geno look worse than he really is.
Yeah.
That being said, you now have not only Genty in the backfield, but you have what's his name? And it White.
Yeah, Jameer White.
You have him, which I assume splitting reps.
Yeah.
But I know how Pete calls a game.
Yeah.
There will be more split.
Yeah, there'll be a
It's not going to be.
Sure.
It's not. It kind of almost like a Harbaugh effect in a way as to like what he did with Herbert.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He took some of that load off of Herbert, and it paid dividends until it was needed most, and then we all know what happened with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would happen with Geno. Anyway, here nor there, I do agree with you. Record-wise, I have them 8-9, possibly 9-8.
Okay.
So once again, like you said, battling with Kansas City for the third spot in that division.
Yeah.
Now that's a very intriguing team that could be different.
It is.
I don't think. I'll put it to you like this: if they get into the playoffs, it's going to be sneaking a wild card spot. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
It's not going to be taking the division by any means.
No.
And I don't think they're up there with Denver or the Chargers yet. Like you said.
Yeah.
Even on Geno and Pete's best day.
No.
I don't think they're quite there.
I agree.
But I mean, you turn that 8-9, 9-8 to a 11 wins, something like that. You might get in. Yeah, you might get in.
Yeah, I think that'll get you a wild card. Chargers, excuse me. They 11-6 last year, man. I told you my love for the Chargers, mainly my love for Jim. So 11-6 last year. I had to add wins, dude, because that's what Jim does. He just adds wins. So I put them at 14-3 this year. Coming up, week 1 through 3, all division games, buddy. We got Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, and that's going to tell me a lot. right there. I had them going, 2-1? No, yeah, I had them going 2-1 in that split because I had them splitting with the Broncos, beating the Raiders, and beating the Chiefs.
Okay.
So, if they could come out of that in that fashion, they're set up good. But with the Raiders being who the Raiders are because they're coming up and everything, we'll see. We'll see. But I think that's going to be very important. And I love the fact that it's right off the back. Mm-hmm. Right off the back. Week 1 through 3. Let's go ahead and see where we are in this division, how we match up with this division. Let's go ahead and if possible, go 3-0 in this division right now, which we know will come into play January, December.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, I had the Chargers at 12-5.
Okay.
So we both agree we have Denver taking that division.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, I don't remember right off the top of my head, I think I had the Chargers splitting pretty much all the division.
Okay.
I think I did. I see improvement, yes. I just don't know. I don't know about Justin.
I know he's a question mark I had too.
I don't know. Like, I love what I saw from him last year, but he left a bad taste in my mouth how he performed in the playoffs against. Come on now, you had the easiest playoff matchup.
Mm-hmm. I know.
The easiest, by far.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did you lose, look like you didn't even belong.
Right.
I mean, turnover. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You've been with this franchise long enough. We need this. It's time to pay your dues.
At this point, yeah, I agree.
And I do believe this is could potentially be his final year there. I think it's gonna be one of them that you're gonna have to at least get in the playoffs and perform in the playoffs. Don't necessarily have to win it all.
No, but you got to win that game.
Yeah, you got to show me something. I mean, you come in, we do another one and done.
Yeah, I would go further than to say, like, even, shit, you got to win me 2. Seriously. I mean, I don't want hell, Colin Kaepernick went to the goddamn Super Bowl. His second year with Jim.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Give me a division game, at least. Mm-hmm. At least. But, come on, man. Like, yeah, the leash is very short with Herbert this year. I agree. Mm-hmm. I fully agree. And if week 1 through 3 goes badly, I don't even know how you can, Herbert finish the season. I don't know who their backup quarterback is.
And I'm curious to see how Jim, does he stick with the same type of game plan, because we know the second year with Jim is there's definitely gonna be improvement. Now he knows. I mean, in house he knows what he's gonna do, or he's figuring it out as we speak. I just wonder, are we gonna approach it the same, because you have Najee now.
Exactly.
In the backfield, which we expect big things from Najee.
Yes.
So I would assume you approach it the same way. Keep Herbert, just don't lose games for us.
Don't.
But when we need you,
don't pull a brother. Don't pull your brother. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't do what your brother does. Don't go away from what works. I don't think Jim has that issue. I think he comes out. I think we see heavy doses of Najee. I think Najee gets a breath of fresh air, gets that resurgence that we think that DJ might get. I'm sorry, I had to bring it up.
Well, he might. Who knows?
I had to do it. Yeah, DJ gonna resurge. But maybe that, you know what I mean? So we'll see. AFC East, final division, man. Josh Allen and the Bills. I love these boys, man. The Bills, they were 13-4 last year. I got them going 16-1.
Woo!
You heard me. The same reason that I had to, give the Colts a win on their record.
You had to find a loss.
I had to find a loss on Buffalo's. I'm sorry.
They're losing week 1.
Week 1 on the Ravens, we've already spoke about this. All right?
They're going to lose week 2.
All right? Look, no, they're not. No, they're not. All I'm saying is this. Buffalo is coming out. They chased the Super Bowl. Josh Allen tastes what it felt like to be where he was at, the way he was balling all year last year and not having to do too much. I think he realized something in himself, like it's not all on me. Now, yes, they have to get this James Cook situation figured out now. Yes, they do. I believe they do. I believe they will. And when they do, I believe they're going to run rampage on the fucking AFC. I think that the only team that stands in their way is the Ravens. That's why they have a loss. No. I forgot who I gave their loss to. Who did I give their loss to? I forgot who I gave their one loss to. But they're really the only team that I'm really afraid of with the Bills is the Ravens. Other than that, dude, good luck to the rest of the AFCs. I think Josh has found a groove, and I think he's about to fucking run through the AFC. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Goddamn right. Let's get it, Josh. What you got, Nick?
I got them 12-5.
Losing 4 more games than you.
All right, I told you they're going to lose the first 2 right on the break. I'm telling you. Ravens about to put it on them. They better put it on them.
Okay. All right.
And then, like I said, week 2, they got the Jets. And I just have that feeling. I love going with my gut feelings, and that's my gut feeling. Look, I still haven't won the division. And obviously they get in the playoffs. They're going to make noise. It is a great team. And I will tell you this. Let's say they go through weeks 1 and 2 with 2 wins. I'm right there with you. I'm hard pressed the rest of the schedule to find where they take a loss at. Though that's the way their schedule lines up.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Half of this 16-1 is their schedule.
It's not that hard. And no, I mean, I'll put it to you this way, with the exception, and I'll give you that. I think week 1 against the Ravens, they may. With the fact that it's in Buffalo, they may be favored in that game. They might. I think it's going to be tight. Yeah. Where if it's anything, it's going to be one of those 1.5.
Yeah.
Some crap like that. Other than that, and that's if they're the underdog week 1, they're the favorite every game. Rest of the season by a sizable margin.
I know.
So any loss, with the exception of if they lose week 1, any loss would be the Bills got upset.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, I laughed 16-1, but I mean, it's possible. Like I said, they get through the first 2. They get through the first 2 games, 2-0. Yeah, you go ahead, all the viewers. If you haven't, look at their schedule. And you will be hard pressed to be like, that game right there, they're losing. Hands down.
Yeah. Can't. That's what I mean.
You can't.
All right, Miami, 8-9 last year. I got them 4-13 this year. Week 10 through 12 reads as Ravens, Bills, Washington. 0-3. That Bills and Washington game, I think, is obviously we're starting from week 10. We're talking all winter games. All loss.
I want to say that's one of the losses I gave Buffalo. Whichever time they play Miami in Miami. I'll put it to you that way. I don't know if it's that stretch.
It's early into the season.
I believe it's that one because it is later in the year. Like I think it's November, December, but it's in Miami.
Got you. Okay. So
That's
really
why.
rather, yeah.
That's why I went with it, because with the Dolphins, I feel like you play them in Miami, you're in for a game.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, obviously we've spoke about it 1,000 times. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, you take them in the cold. I don't care who you go against. You can go to Chicago.
Pretty much.
And you're looking at a loss more than likely.
Pretty much how I did their record.
Yeah, I pretty much did the same. That's probably the one, because I know you have the Bills beating Miami both times.
Yeah.
And you had them 4-13. I have the Dolphins 5-12.
Yeah.
That's probably the difference right there.
Yep. Because I'm telling you, I went through the first 5 weeks and was biased. Like, you know, their offense can do this. But once I got cold, lost. Like, seriously, I mean, it is what it is.
And that's pretty much what I did, unless they were in Miami. And then I was like, all right, we're good. But like I said it on the first show that we did. Tua just get through healthy. That's all I want. I don't want to see that vision of you laying down again.
Yeah.
Throwing up gang signs and.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with football.
No, I don't. I could honestly, care less what your record ends up being, as long as you're healthy throughout, because you have not made it a season healthy in quite some time.
Right.
And it was proven last year with him on the field, they could potentially beat anybody.
Yeah, different team.
But you take him off, your season is done.
Yeah.
Done. And yeah, I know you laugh because it's like, yeah, well, 5-12, that's with 2 all year. I'm just saying, it's a lot like the division. God, I forgot which division we just touched on, but Buffalo is Buffalo. The Jets have gotten better. New England's gotten better.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Miami has gotten better.
No.
I think right now it's let's run it back. What we need. I think they want a full, healthy Tua all season. Let's see what we have.
No, I agree.
And then go from there. I'm not gonna sit there and spend a boatload of money and then he go down again.
Yeah.
For what?
Yep. Didn't be in that horrible situation he was in last year, year before last. That was terrible. That was terrible. All right. New England Patriots, man. 4-13 last year. I think we both got them improving. I got them at 8-9 this year. Really? Week 14 through 17. They're division games, man. It's gonna be nasty, but they got some games. They got Bills, Ravens, Jets, and Dolphins. That's going to be a lot on them. And they're going to have to show that they have, because they're young.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're talking week 14 and 17. They should be battle tested by then.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll see. But that's going to make and break the rest of their season. No, I'm not thinking they'll be a playoff team anyway. But to go from 4 wins to 8, if I'm Drake May and if I'm that organization, we're in a good place. Great place.
I have them at 10-7.
Ooh, okay.
Battling for a wild card. Once again, it's a lot of belief, a lot of faith. I think a lot of that stems from not only May, but having Vrabel now. I love Vrabel. I think he's a hell of a head coach. And I think you're going to get the best version of that team week in, week out. This is not a team that I want to play, period. Week 1, week 18, division, non-division. I don't care. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. Because, like I said, I mean, not saying you can't beat them, but you're going to be in for a battle.
I agree.
I don't think you're. I think you're going to see a lot of games, win or loss. They're going to look like the Chiefs games last year. We're going to have a lot of one-score games. A lot of one-score games. I just don't think they have as many break their way as KC had last year.
Right. Okay. I can see that. Last but not least, New York Jets, man. 5-12 last year. I got them going 9-8 this year.
Good improvement. Good improvement.
If that defense decides to wake up, there's a lot of winnable games in there.
Mm-hmm.
There really is. I went through that schedule and I kept going through it. I went through it a few times actually because I kept getting lost on certain games. Like I don't know, and then by the time I figured it out, I was like, shit, what was it? What was the record at that time? So I had to go back through it again and constantly doing it. I was like, there's a lot of winnable games in there. There's a lot of Justin Fields unknown just because we don't know what he's going to look like with Brees. I think it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
If played right, that can be a dangerous 1-2 punch in itself.
And that's what I was leaning towards. Both of those points.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating the defense kicking up. Hey, A-Rod's out.
Right. Yeah.
It's time to go back to work.
Right, and they're younger defense, and you get this young quarterback. It's a chemistry. There's a lot that they downplay in football and team sports in general. And you got this old ass man that's coming off the field every time looking like he's about to die, and we supposed to go on and stop them from scoring? What, he ain't gonna score.
Well, like we talked about, when you bring A-Rod in at this point, it's his way or no way. So you're basically giving a big FU to offensive coordinator, head coach,
defense coordinator,
defense, because you're putting your defense in bad, rough situations. Like, I don't want to hear about Aaron Rodgers' stats from last year. Yes, you look at the numbers, good numbers, good passing yards, good TDs. But what I get from that is you were trailing
a lot.
What are you doing? Obviously, you're gonna throw the ball.
Yep. A lot of junk stats. You're right.
So, I expect big things from the Jets defense as well as just that Brees and Fields connection.
I think that's gonna be special.
That could catch that division and conference and everybody that they have on the schedule. That can catch a lot of people off guard, especially in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I went with the Jets upsetting Buffalo week 2.
I hear you.
That's why I went with it. So overall, I have them going 11-6.
Woo!
So once again, still at Buffalo taking the division, but I think the Jets get in. I think they end up getting in. And if they don't, I think it's going to be because the AFC West is just like the NFC North of last year. They end up somehow getting 3 playoff teams. Which would mean the Raiders or perhaps Kansas City takes, is the third team out of that, But I think they're in the running the entire stretch.
Yeah. Competitive all year, huh? Okay. I can see it happening. Like I said, there's definitely winnable games. The defense can do what they do if they step up, and like we said, the Brees and Justin Fields thing could be exciting to watch. So, all right, that's the AFC, man. This is the AFC edition. Don't worry, we'll touch on the NFC next on our next show. But so far, man, division winners we got the Bills winning the AFC East. We got Denver winning the AFC West. The Texans, I got the Texans winning the South. You got the Jags winning the South. And then we both also have the Ravens winning the North. All right, man, and if there's anything that you hear in between or any questions or any comments, please send them, let us know. It'll be on our Facebook page. It'll also be on our YouTube page. Let us know about any questions that you have. One of the things we want to know, just to give you a quick question, is what do y'all think is best for Travis Hunter? If you think he's best to play offense or defense, if he's best to predominantly go ahead and keep him on defense. If you do play him on offense, what would you do, inside or outside? And is this a scapegoat year for Tomlin?
I believe.
Like Pittsburgh fans, I want to know from Pittsburgh fans.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I mean, you're fans. You know more of the ins and outs of it. I love football in general, so I'm just scratching the surface with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really want to know. So just leave us comments, leave us your opinions, and we'll go from there, man. I'm Rah, This is Breezy, man. This is The Yard. We see y'all next time, dude.
Relentless effort.